Modify tools are located in the Modify tab and help modify the objects that have already been modeled. Please note that by hovering over any tool in the ribbons, a short tooltip appears with some explanation and the tool shortcut keys. Instead of selecting the commands, you can use these shortcuts for quicker access to the intended tools. Like the drawing tools, I highly recommend that you get familiar with these tools in advance. So, without any more delay, let's review each of these tools one by one. 1. Align tool. The Revit Align tool allows users to position and align objects within a project precisely. Begin by choosing the Align tool or use the shortcut AL, then select the side of the objects you wish to align. This tool always keeps the first picked object unchanged and aligns the second object to the first one. It should be noted that you can also align the head of the objects to match another edge. Moreover, the Align tool is versatile. It can be used for objects at different angles and adjust them along each other. 2. Move tool. Move, copy, rotate, mirror, array, and scale are the modification tools that can be selected before or after selecting the objects. This means we have the option to either select the objects first and then select these tools, or select the tools first and then the objects to modify. But the only difference is that if we choose the tool first and then select the objects, then we need to press Enter to start the modification. However, selecting the objects first and then selecting the tool prompts us to make the modification straight away. My personal preference is to choose objects first. To perform the movement, we need to specify 2 points. The first one is a base point, which can be anywhere, like in the center of the object, on the edge, at the corner, or even outside the object outline. The second point determines the new location of the base point and is called the insertion point. The entire object will always move by the distance between these points. Have the object selected and then select the Move tool or type the shortcut MV. Alternatively, select the tool first, then select the object and press Enter on your keyboard. Click anywhere to specify the base point and do a second click to place the object. If you want to move the object for a certain amount in a direction, point to the direction after the first click and then type the movement value and press Enter. By default, moving an object will cause its joined objects to stretch. For example, moving one side of this rectangular wall will cause the joined sides to stretch. But if we prefer to detach the moving object, we can select Disjoin in the Move options bar and then perform the movement. In Revit, there are also other ways to move objects. For example, we can select an object and move it up, down, left, and right by pressing the keyboard arrow keys. We can also multiply the movement by holding the Shift key and then pressing the arrow keys. Also, if we select the object and hover over it, the mouse cursor becomes a motion symbol. This means that we can now drag the elements to our desired location. Use the Constrain feature in the options bar to restrict movement to either horizontal or vertical. Similarly, holding down the Shift key will lock the movement exclusively to horizontal and vertical directions. If you're finding this video helpful, check out RevitGamers.com. Our courses go beyond the basics, bringing Revit to life with hundreds of dynamic visuals and animations that make complex concepts feel easy. This unique training approach is designed to speed up your learning and make BEAM adoption smoother than ever. Every day, more students and companies are joining Revit Gamers Club to elevate their Revit skills. Don't miss out. Head to RevitGamers.com and see how Revit training can be fun, visual, and incredibly effective. 3. Copy. The Copy tool operates like the Move tool, except it preserves the original object and generates an identical copy at the insertion point. Start by selecting the object, then click on the Copy tool or type the shortcut CO. Next, pick a point as the base point for copying and specify the new location with the second click. Now we have a new copy of the original object. To make multiple copies of the object, select Multiple in the options bar and then follow the copy process.